Right. Let me explain it to you. There is one where the back part, maybe let me start with the back part. But they work together. Perfect. Right. You have both of them, the session planner and the time planner. Right. The session planner is your bigger picture. Right. The session planner is a bigger picture. Right. Where number one is the purpose. What do you want to achieve on that day, on your session? Right. What do you want to achieve on that day on your session? And I would encourage you that for every session, there are two things that you must be able to do. Number one, I call it the game skill. That is game skill that has to do with any skill that focuses on an individual, like the passing, the shooting, the, you understand what I'm saying? Game skill. And then the second part is your game plan. Right? The game plan involves two players, two or more players. That's game plan. Any type of thing that you do on that court that involves two or more, that's your game plan. Center passing, that's your game plan. Defending the shooting that you're doing, that's your game plan. Right. Game skill is the shooting. Right. So in your session for the day, you must have both. You must have both. Right. So I have here, okay, the purpose. What do you want on the day? Right? And then equipment. Remember, you're doing this at your very relaxed corner. Prepare it. Right? I need a court. How many balls you need for the thing? You need 2, 3, or 4 balls. Right? You need 2 sets of bibs. You need your whistle, your stopwatch, your cones and markers. All the equipment that you need. Because you don't want to find yourself. Fortunately, that here you normally park. You park up here. Those that come within the township, the courts are far away from. So you have to run home to go and get the cones. Because if you decide that you must have cones, just what I'm saying, you can't do it. Yeah. So you've prepared all your things and then you pack on your bag. That's your equipment. Right. And then you have your notes. Right. Obviously, any of other things, you assess your court and all the safety things that goes with it. Because if a child gets injured here, especially in our schools, you know how sensitive the parents are? You need to be able to explain. You need to explain it. You assess the court. If you've assessed the court and you saw that the courts have got chips and you allowed the kids to play, then you're responsible. That's it. I know we always say, but they've signed the indemnity form. Legally, those indemnity forms, I can tell you now, they mean nothing. They mean nothing. You can be sued to your last cent, trust me. Right? And obviously, they classify it under safety. Then that's your notes. And then how you're going to run your session, those are your sketches and your diagram. Right? If again, you for accreditation purposes. Now, I'm not explaining this for accreditation purposes. I'm explaining this for you to understand what is expected of as a coach. Therefore, for accreditation purposes, you need to know how to compute. If you're going for a level 2 accreditation assessment, you must know how to do it. You must know how to do it. And the areas that I've given you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you should be able to do sessions for all of them. Obviously, they'll need 3 and they'll assess you from any of those 3 that you try to submit. Right, then you draw your sketches there. You draw your runs. Obviously, you must make yourself a little key, of course. I know if I would remind you about geography, I teach geography school, map work, the keys and stuff like that. Very important, very informative. It gives purpose to your definition. Right? So you need to have them. You definitely need to have them. Right. Now, then you have your time plan. Right? If you look at your time planner, the one I've given, those times are just guides from me. These are just my guides. Say warm up, stretches, dynamic. Oh yes. Oh okay.
So we
Yes,
determine
yes.
time, but we have to.
I would love you. Okay. I would love you to chronologically follow those activities as they are there. Because it starts from warming up your muscle, gradually introducing what you need to do. Okay, start with a warm-up aerobic. Aerobic, that's the running around the court to just aerobic is any exercise that you use with oxygen, the normal jog and so on and so forth. And then after that, you do that for, I've given time on the other one about 5 minutes, and then after that, you do your stretching, dynamic stretches, because now your body is a bit warmed up, so your stretches must be adding some movement in it. Sometimes they swing your legs and so on and so forth, right? And then after that, you go again, you go dynamic. Okay, this one I've put everything here. I think I should check if I've got enough copies that just there's a guide for yourself. Now, after you've done your dynamic stretches, now put them back. Now the tempo is a bit higher now. Now you've raised the tempo. Now they can start adding those quick sprints, those quick sprints, those quick sprints, those quick sprints, those agility movement, quick, because now the muscles are fine. Remember, the importance of stretching is flexibility. Coaches, I know in coaching books, they put a person pivoting, doing like that. Are you with me? And then you go as a coach to tell your kids to run and then do that. And then do that. I'll use this guy as an example. He has played to the highest level of netball in this country. Is there any instant in court where you do it? You don't have to. You do your normal check. You go in 10, change direction. You lower your base and change direction and accept. That's what you do. You don't go and do that. You'll hurt those kids' ankles. By the time they reach grade 12, they hate netball. And you were the boss. Make your player to do their natural movement. Make your player to do your natural movement. Right, now after that, they come back. Now you say water, like he asked. Water? Let them take water. Water is very important. Let them take water, just to refresh. After that, then you go to the netball specific warm-up. Netball specific warm-up. That's where you're putting in your what? Your game skill. Remember I told you about the game skill. And try and make sure that your game skill rhymes into your gameplay. Are you with me? It translates into your gameplay. Then it becomes easy for you when you start putting it in a game situation. Your players know exactly what is happening. Nonte mentioned that in season, you're putting your kids to go up the mountain. And then you know they're going to be playing the ball all the time. Try and make sure that all your settings, all your ball works, all your exercises, what you do with them, they are ball oriented. Ball all the time. Ball all the time. If I teach maths, I know I used to teach maths. I always tell them if you want to understand maths, you must do a lot of exercise. If you want to understand the ball there, do the same. All the time. All the time. And then after you've gone, then you have your game design. Right? Your game design, which is what you've done there. You've got that paper that has a game design. It fits in perfectly there, and it has its own time as well. So maybe for I see you clicking something else. You warm up, you give it about 5 minutes. Stretches, give it about 5 minutes. Warm up on netball skills and stuff, give them about 11 minutes, right? And your game design is about 40 minutes, right? And then you stretches after that about 2 minutes, and then you cool down about 7 minutes. 2 minutes, and then you have your feedback session with it. Look at what worked, look what didn't. Somewhere in your game plan, you have areas where I speak of questions. We have the one that is questions, and modification. Yes. With the group I had the other time, I said when we were dealing with small kids, when you start them from a small point. If I do my shooters, I'll tell you what I do. You said you liked shooting. If you and I were preparing for the tournament, right? I was going to say, if you come and stand this side, I'm going to stand on the other side. They'll say, give me the ball. And then you give me the ball. Give me the ball. You give me the ball. Give me the ball. You give me the ball. What am I developing? Game skills. You understand? Well, I'm developing that game skill. Are you with me? By the time I take you there, they'll go in. Do you understand? They'll definitely go in. Do you understand? So yes, so that's how we actually build. Then we down on a session. Down on a session. You've got your time period, down on a session. After when you do your feedback, or remember when I said there's a question session, questions and modification. The question time is when I spoke about the parent team. Are you with me? Where were you when your child needed you? That's the time when you as a coach must intervene to your team. It's okay to say your team, guys, you're doing well. Trust me, it's okay. Are you with me? It's okay. Yes, we know when the team wins, the players are good. When the team loses, I as the best coach. We understand it. It's part of the dynamic. Are you with me? So yeah. Now to quickly get people on board, do your own purpose. Do your own purpose. Do your own purpose and present.